Barcelona has reached a deal to sign Joan Garcia, a goalkeeper from Espanyol. Now, at the time of recording, it's a verbal and contractual agreement, but Barcelona still has to put up the money to fund his release clause. This is a really great signing, but upon first thought, it might look a little confusing because Barcelona has 3 goalkeepers right now, so why are we signing a 4th? Well, to look at why Joan Garcia is such a good idea for Barcelona, we have to look at our other 3 goalkeepers first. Inaki Pena, Szczesny, and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Let's start with Inaki Pena. The first biggest issue is it's clear that Hansi Flick does not view him as a number 1 choice. Even when we signed Szczesny and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen was slowly coming back from injury, either of those 2 goalkeepers was chosen over Pena to play. He had some great games, made some great saves, but it is clear that Hansi Flick does not view him as our future for Barcelona. Then we have Szczesny. Now, Szczesny came out of retirement to play for Barcelona, and while there is a lot of talk about him re-signing for at least another year, it's clear that he's not going to be Barcelona's goalkeeper for the future, and we don't know how long we're going to have him for before he decides that he wants to go and retire again. Szczesny was really good at coming out of his box and basically sweeping in order to keep away counterattacks that would get through the Barcelona high line. However, this could mean that if he made a mistake so far outside of the box, it would lead to a practically open goal. There would also be miscommunications between players and him, like that one time that him and Balde miscommunicated, and they ended up running into each other, and it was an open goal for the opposing team. This miscommunication led to some conceded goals for Barcelona. Now, he picked up what, in my opinion, was a lot of unfair criticism at the beginning of the year, especially for the way that he played, and he has proved pretty much all of it wrong, but it is still a risky playstyle coming that far out of the box. He made a ton of essential saves for us and is one of the main reasons we were able to bring home 3 trophies this year. However, he is 35 years old and we don't know how much time we're going to have left with him until he decides to retire again. Then we have the man who might be the most polarizing person in Barcelona right now, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Now, the first thing about Mats is that he is our captain, but it's really hard to captain a team from on the bench. Mats is coming off of an injury right now, but there's a really high chance that even when he is fully healed for next season, it's going to be Szczesny if he re-signs for us, who is our primary goalkeeper instead of Ter Stegen, which means our captain is going to be spending another season on the bench. A weakness of his game is that he's not great at commanding the box, and while he was not the goalkeeper during this time, Barcelona conceded a lot of goals off of corners and set pieces, especially towards the end of the season, so we really need a player who can command the box and protect us from those types of situations. Age is another factor that plays for Ter Stegen. He has been a part of Barcelona for a very long time. He is the last member of the old guard of Barcelona, and we have relied on him a lot. This man tied a record for most clean sheets during the 2022 title run. However, he has had a major injury since then and is not getting younger. He is not in his prime anymore. He's also so polarizing, not just because fans can't agree if he should stay or go based on his performances, but also about things that he's been saying about a new goalkeeper being brought in. You see, during that 2022 season, he played incredibly well, and he was an essential piece for Barcelona over the years and helped us win a lot of trophies, which is why a lot of people want him to stay. However, over recent times, he has not played as well. Even his first game back against Villarreal, he ended up letting in 3 goals. Granted, it was one of his first games back from injury, but people were holding him to the benchmark of Szczesny and how well he had been playing this season for what we need in a goalkeeper for Barcelona. So some fans think that he does not measure up to that and therefore want him out of the club. Barca has not been quiet about the fact that they are going for a new goalkeeper, and Ter Stegen has very publicly been unhappy about it. In an interview just a couple of days ago, he said something along the lines of, unless something has happened in the last 2 hours, there are only 2 goalkeepers for Barcelona. Number 1, denying the fact that Szczesny might re-sign for us, and number 2, kind of trying to move attention away from the fact that they were going after Joan Garcia, saying that it was him and Inaki Pena who were the signed goalkeepers for Barcelona going into next season. And if it's the 2 of them, that Ter Stegen was going to be the number 1 option despite coming back from injuries. This confidence in the fact that he should be the number 1 goalkeeper rubbed a lot of Barcelona fans in the wrong way. Some saying that he should be giving more respect to Szczesny for the season that he had, and that if Szczesny re-signs, Ter Stegen cannot just assume he's going to get the number 1 keeper spot back. So while Ter Stegen has done a lot of really great things for this club, as of recent, he has burned a lot of bridges. But now let's talk about the signing of Joan Garcia and why it was so smart. If we're signing a new goalkeeper, we need him to, number one, be the future goalkeeper of this club and be able to play for us for a long time. He needs to be the clear number one option, and he needs to be able to command the box. Joan Garcia is exactly that. Whether Szczesny re-signs or not, Garcia is most likely to be our number one option going into next year. Then we need a player who can be our future. He's only 24 years old. He could very easily be the next goalkeeper for Barcelona for the next 10 years. And the rumors about his contract are that he is signing a 5-year contract already. He is Barcelona's future if that's what Barcelona decide they want. Then finally, we need a player who can command the box, and this is something that he is known for. Being able to communicate, set up his defense in order to defend from corners and set pieces is a key piece of his game and is going to be absolutely essential for Barcelona moving forwards. To give a little context as to how good Joan Garcia is, because he played for Espanyol, so he didn't really get to show it off. When Espanyol was relegated, he was a key piece in them coming back to La Liga, and this season he almost single-handedly kept them in La Liga and prevented them from relegation once again. He is such an essential part of their team, more than you would expect a goalkeeper to be. So he's young and can be the future of our team. He's a clear number one option, and he knows how to command the box while also just being an all-around great goalkeeper. Not to mention, his release clause with Espanyol is $25 million. That's it. That is a bargain for a player this good, and he will be perfect to slide in alongside our already strong defense and make them even better. The only thing this Joan Garcia deal is missing is the $25 million to sign the release clause, and then he will be a Blaugrana player next year. How it's going to shake out with the rest of our goalkeepers, if any of them are going to be leaving, who's going to be the number 2 option, if Szczesny is re-signing, that is all to be determined. But what we do know is that next year we will be bringing in a new goalkeeper, and he goes by the name of Joan Garcia.